What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for the last Geeks and Gamers Daily of the week. It's Friday, Jay. How are you doing?
Doing okay. Had a long night at Horror Nights, a little too long, actually, but made it here this morning. But that's not the story, Ryan. The story today is what is going to happen. I won't be there, but you probably will be around when this thing countdowns to 0.
Well, yes, that is the countdown that's on the official Geeks and Gamers website, Jay, geeksandgamers.com. geeksandgamers.com in case anyone was interested. But yes, and miraculously, after I pointed out on this stream yesterday that it didn't really make any sense for the countdown to be where it was because it should have been debuting at 4 Eastern and not 3 Eastern, we got that all sorted out. So it will be. That countdown does stop at 4 Eastern. Around the same time Friday Night Tights should start, although we're going to be fucking late for that show. And yes, now it's not exactly a secret, I suppose. Jeremy did put out a big post over on Locals for our local supporters. It's about a 10-minute long video explaining what this announcement is. Don't know why there's a countdown, then you fucking reveal everybody what it actually is. But if you are a local supporter, you can go watch that. Long story short, without revealing, too much, it is surrounding the website. That's why the countdown is on the website. So should be pretty fun. And it is going to launch the same time Friday Night Tights goes live, which is fun. So,
should be good.
That's it. If you want all the details about all the different announcements that Jeremy had, you can go over to Locals, become a supporter on Locals, and watch that over there with everybody else. So Keenan watched it.
Oh,
isn't that
exciting? Not, you could wait with this up on your screen for 5 hours, seeing if something will happen.
That's true.
I don't think it will.
Yeah, when we were here yesterday, we're like, hey, what does that count down to? It was like about 4 p.m. Eastern, and then I looked at it, it's like, no, that's 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And my immediate assumption was that, I don't know, Jeremy might be fucking retarded because even though he's however old, he's probably, how old is Jeremy? Like fucking 45, 50? I don't know how old that motherfucker is. He still hasn't figured out time zones yet, somehow.
Oh, that's right.
United States. Eastern, when you say time zones, most people are referring to Eastern. And if you are not saying Eastern, you should say fucking this Central. Just because that's how kind of everything operates, how everything works. But Jeremy is stuck in his little own bubble in this tiny corner of Florida that's really fucking basically Alabama that is on Central Time. I don't get it. I lived in Central Time Zone about half of my life growing up. I figured it out pretty fucking quickly. But, can't teach an old
right.
dog.
You're right.
Or a retarded dog.
You're right. We still argue with him with live streams and meetings and everything when he's in Orlando.
Yeah, he
keeps messing it up.
the concept of time zones, it ain't that difficult. Just saying. Everybody
No.
figures it out somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad I'm on the East.
almost everybody. Almost
Yeah,
everybody
almost,
figures
I
it out.
guess.
Ladybug for 199 says, shiitake?
Starting it off.
Starting it off early there, Ladybug. Crazy Clown Town for 5. This is my last daily for a while. Work is shutting down night shift and moving everyone to day shift. Catch you guys when it's Thanksgiving week. Well, I'm sorry, Crazy Clown Town.
Oh,
That
man.
sucks. That sucks. But thank you, Crazy Clown Town, for the support. We'll see you in a couple months. That ain't that long. Thanksgiving's a month away,
And
Jay.
it'll be here in a blink of an eye.
Bro.
You know?
This year's
Christmas
almost,
and New Year's, and it's like, what have I done with my life this year?
I'm thinking the same way. This year's almost done, bro. That's crazy.
I was supposed to leave the country, never did. But you know what else is coming out very soon that got me excited? We got the Goonies Lego set. $300. You get the Inferno, man. Like, that's pretty neat. The Inferno pirate ship with the Goonies character. I don't know if we're allowed to show this. These are all leaked images.
That's $300 fucking dollars, dude.
Well, allegedly, but probably I wouldn't be shocked if it was $100 more, to be honest with you. November 1st. It's supposed to be coming out soon. Look at that thing, man. That is beautiful.
I care so little. I care so little about the Goonies, bro.
I know. That's okay.
Like that's
Kelly's.
You get half a ship for $300. What's the Black Pearl going for?
Same.
What the fuck? You get a whole thing for that.
Yeah,
this one you gets cut in half.
Same with like the Death Star. You only get like a sliver of the Death Star for $1,000.
That thing's huge though, right?
Freaking Legos. Yeah.
That thing looked tiny. To be real.
I guess we'll see on the official release date.
Well, that's exciting for you, Jay.
It'll be exciting for me to look at. Yeah.
So it was a crowded time at Halloween Horror Nights last night.
Yeah, me, my brother Lee, and RJ. We went and watched a little bit of the game over at the NBC Grill, and they didn't listen to me. I told them, I said, Cincinnati's going to win the game. Believe in Joe Flacco. He's going to win the freaking game. You better
tell
put
them
money.
That before the game started, or when they went into halftime 17-10?
No, I told them before, and they all said I'm stupid. I said, last time I listened to Beardo's pick, it was devastating, man. He picked the Detroit. I was like, I'm never listening to you again. I picked the Giants over the Eagles. I'm picking Cincinnati over Green Bay, and they're like, you're crazy.
Well, they weren't playing Green Bay. They're playing the Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers, sorry. They just kind of like, yeah, they're playing the Steelers. They said I was crazy. They said I was a madman, but I got it right twice.
There you go.
Twice. So I'm like, I'm not listening to your picks anymore, Beardo. You don't know what you do. But anyway, yeah, Halloween Horror Nights is crazy packed, and everything was sold out before it even started. Individual fast passes, things like that. And I believe that the 11 o'clock fast pass was just kind of new. That was also sold out as well. And that was on a Thursday. So I can't imagine what the weekend's going to be like. If you saw the live stream, we went over a little bit over an hour to almost midnight, and it was very packed. So good on them, man. They're making a killing with this thing. I can't imagine next week and closer to Halloween, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, you got all the people who are like taking, whether it's the last minute free annual pass thing or finally like, oh, we should do it before it's gone. People hopping on people that are repeat things, and it's just going to get more and more crowded. But it's too late for you to be out, Jay. You got a stream to do in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was brutal. But you know, on the other park at Epic Universe, there's some shenanigans going on over there. I tell you, these little rascals. I don't know. Well, actually, they were adults. But apparently, the ride with the guy in the wheelchair died. There are adults pretending that they died on the ride too. and in this one particular instance, set the team members into a panic. So, as a joke, in the article, it says that when the ride pulled up, this man was acting like he had died on the ride. He was all hunched over and waited till the team member came over, went into a panic, was going to call paramedics, and then just kind of popped back up and laughed it off and ran off to the exit. Now, if it was that extreme, I don't know, man. I think you should be kicked out of the park, if you want my honest opinion, because apparently they shut the ride down after that for 40 minutes while they just kind of figured all that out. So I guess the team member was a little upset and everything like that. So could you imagine like waiting in the ride, waiting in line to get on the ride?
That somebody died on a month ago.
Somebody pulled a prank. Yeah, and then they said, "Sorry guys, we're gonna take a pause for like 45 minutes before we reopen the ride."
I'd be interested to know like the age of the people doing it, because not gonna lie, I could totally see this being something that me and my buddies would have done when I was, when I was
Younger,
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like in that range, like legitimately, we would have thought it was probably fucking hilarious.
We don't have that information as of yet. We don't know
Yeah.
what has happened to the guest, if they were permanently removed. This is just the first part of the story, but if they were older,
I obviously in the aftermath of that, look, team members, I could not imagine being a universal team member who it's your job to just shuttle cattle, right? Just get people on, make sure they're strapped in, make sure they're good, hit the button, go, do all this stuff. All of a sudden, a month ago, somebody comes back and they're fucking dead. Like you have a dead person in your ride, and you are now turned into, oh my gosh, what do we do? Let's get him out. Let's try to do CPR. Let's try to save this person's life, whatever. And you've now put your hands on this dead person. You've been through like this thing that you probably didn't expect to have to do. It's just a person shuttling people in and out of a thing. That's a crazy thing to go through for these employees. And I'm sure that it is in the back of everyone's mind right now, despite it not being associated. It was not the ride that did this. It was the fact that some person who was disabled that should not have been on this ride went on there in the first place. It's their own fault. I know that might seem cruel. That might seem a little bit crass to say, but it was this dude's fault and his family's fault for letting him get on that. That's why this guy's dead. With all that being said, it's got to be in the back of your mind. So to have it roll up and have somebody acting like they're dead would make you panic. It absolutely would. So I would not recommend doing that. I think it's kind of a shitty thing to do. Even if in my youth, I may have thought it was very, very funny.
We'll keep an eye on that and just see what happens if the person got banned for life or whatever. It's been a weird month at theme parks. Not to add to this story, but we had the guy die on that roller coaster. We had a woman have a heart attack at the Haunted Mansion ride, and then the apparent Minecraft at the Contemporary Resort, where a lady just jumps to her death for whatever reason. So
that story seems like it's really sad. To be honest with you.
Yeah. They're still doing an investigation on all that, but it's like,
yeah, it sounds like there may have been somebody who announced that they were pregnant.
Yes.
Maybe lost the baby in some way. We don't really know.
No.
Who doesn't tell their family because she lived in Illinois. Just comes down to Disney, who loved Disney, loved theme parks, goes there for one last experience and then jumps off the roof.
Yeah.
And that is something that has become, it's hard to say common because it's not like it's happening every couple days, but there are a lot of people who have ended their lives or attempted to end their lives like at Disney theme parks in recent years. Where that's like the thing. It's like, hey, we got a lot of memories here. I'm in a really bad place in my life. I'm going to go have this one last happy memory and then end myself. And that's kind of sad, And
if you're hearing, man, like you're feeling some way, man, reach out and call someone or do something, Don't Don't end it in a tragedy like that.
Yeah. And especially not in a way that everybody's going to have to see it and clean up after it. Like, just, have some respect, just saying. I'm going up to Canada to one of their just kill me, kill me bubbles. That's, I think that'll work well.
You sure? Well, listen,
when it's my time to go.
So you're going to do that. You don't want to do the, turn your remains into a tree. Will they put you in a tree pod?
No.
And then they bury you, and then your remains are like nutrition for the roots, and it grows so everyone can go visit the tree.
No, actually, because so many people are like doing that, and I think that's really creepy and weird. I'm going to, in my last will and testament, say that you must cut down a tree, like just to offset that. Don't need to use it for anything. Just cut it down
for Ryan.
Yeah, cut it down in remembrance of me.
Any means necessary? Is that what we're doing?
People going to have one last happy memory, and they're paying like fucking $16 for a large Coke. That's my last happy memory. Spending $25 on a balloon. But anyway, Tobias for $2. I say Pacific because that seems to work better. I mean, if you live there, that would make sense. Yes, you should specify what time zone you're referencing. Snacks for $2. Jeremy's on Mountain Standard Time. That's the one that pisses me off the most because no one cares about anything that happens there, honestly.
On Mountain?
Yeah, no one gives a shit what happens there. Might not be a bad place to live, but nobody gives a fuck about anything going on there. I don't need to know. Like, no one, nothing's ever listed like that.
Watch it for 7 Mountain Time.
Joshua Henderson. Jeremy is old, but he bears the appearance of a man in his 20s or 30s. It's really wild as hell. He doesn't look like he's 40 plus. All right.
Filters.
Health Minister of Belgium for $5. I'm really upset I was not cast in Kim Kardashian's new Hulu Wokefest lawyer show. I don't feel represented.
Well, we haven't seen the whole series yet, so maybe you're in there somewhere.
The Pellinator for $10. Listening from work, got headphones in. Ryan, my girlfriend loves it when you shout. Mostly because I do it too. James Gunn is retarded and gay. Hail G&G Daily.
Did he not want you to shout that?
Well, I don't know if he wanted me to shout that specifically, but
okay.
Hey, you are not alone, Pellinator. Girlfriend's big fan of me throughout the course of my life. Bruce for 30 months. I watched the announcement. Quick summary. Jay and Ryan will be doing 14-hour days.
Feels like it already.
I can't tell you that this 1 hour out of my life sucks all the energy from me for the rest of the day. It does. It's like you're just dreading getting ready for it, knowing I'm gonna have to spend an entire hour with Jay, all this stuff.
Oh,
yeah. Old Racer for $5. Mountain Time Zone here with my styling avatar.
Oh,
makes sense. Joshua Henderson for $1.99. Jeremy is like Paul Rudd, who doesn't age. Well, the thing is, we've seen Paul Rudd for like 30 fucking years. We've seen Jeremy for 7, basically. Tobias for $5. Planning on recording the next fireside chat this Sunday. So I wanted to ask, what do you two think makes an effective horror movie or game?
Effective horror movie?
I think one of the things that I think makes the most difference when it comes to whether it's a game, whether it's a movie series, whatever, is the sound. And what I mean by that is not just the music, but also the sound effects and also the absence of sound at times. I feel like sound in movies, specifically in horror movies, is one of, even more so than some of the visuals, creates a tension that you feel that makes you anticipate something. And while you're stuck in this place of anticipation that might drag on a little bit, your fucking anxiety ramps up as you're expecting something to happen. And I think the music and the sound has a huge part to do with that. So
I
that's
agree.
what I'll say.
I also want to add to that. I agree. Sound, I think, is most important. I also think good lighting is the second. I think like the movie that freaked me out the most, like Alien or Aliens, they're walking in those dark areas in space, and the killer is like right in the shadows, you can barely see it. I think that's wild. With the music, it's a win-win.
Angst Kitten for $5. Jay, what do you mean you're supposed to leave the country? You mean voluntarily, right? Right?
You saying you'd miss me if I was gone? I was actually
I think she's asking if you were ordered out of the country.
Oh. Yeah, it was just a little trip.
Just a little trip.
I wanted to go to Japan. I wanted to go to Japan and go hang out in Japan for like a week, 2 weeks or so, So, but it didn't happen.
I got no need to go to Japan. Staying right here in the old US of A. Mako Gray for $5. Thinking of going to MegaCon next year. Any advice? My first non-fur American con. If I do come, bringing one of my cosplay outfits and fursuit.
Wait, there's more furries that watch this show? I didn't know
My advice
that.
would be bring the cosplay, leave the fursuit. Be my first advice. Get your tickets. Don't wait to the last minute to make a decision. Get your tickets as soon as they open because they just increase in cost. So that would be my advice. Like my only other advice other than don't do the fursuit.
How is the furry
It's you, Jay. They love you.
Community growing on this show of all places? I don't get it.
Tobias makes them feel welcome.
That's true. There you go.
We're a very open, loving community.
That is true.
We've always been known for that. G&G play highlights. Jay, why did you trip Mitch McConnell?
Did you see that video?
Dude, get these old fucks out of there.
Did you see the video of me tripping Mitch McConnell?
Oh, I didn't see that. It was AI or something.
No.
I didn't see that one. But like the idea that people who cannot walk without assistance and who have mini strokes all the time where they can't even think, why are you making decisions for our country? Fuck that.
Here it is. They took my
Oh, look what it is!
Oh my god, oh my god!
There.
Oh my god, he flew!
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Hi, friend. Can I step off the side, please?
That fits so well. Wow. That's crazy.
That's a good
great
edit.
That's a great edit. It lines up so perfect. There's even somebody that's like, hi.
I know.
After he waves. My gosh.
Shout out the Mass Marvel. He did great.
Southeastern Kaiju for $1.99. Why have y'all swapped sides? I hate change. It's literally just whoever
shows up in the room first.
Whoever shows up in the room first is on that side. That's it. So it's easy to change. But since it bothers you, fuck you. Pellinator for $5. You don't have to shout it, but I would have welcomed it.
Oh, there you go.
All right, well, thanks, Pellinator. Logan Johnson for $5. You guys hear Snoop bent the knee to Glad? It just saw on an X this morning. It made me laugh and feel disgusted all at once. Yes, I did see Snoop Dogg got the call. You know, Snoop Dogg, the best advocate for gay youth representation. Obviously felt like he had to bend the knee in some way and now has this fucking crazy like love is love thing, like just for children. Fucking gay as shit. What a loser. What a fake gangster.
I don't even think he bent the knee. I think that's just always who he was, you know? So.
Yeah, but then why is he complaining about the Lightyear stuff? I think that's who he feels he has to be in this day and age.
He complained about it, but immediately came out a little bit later and was like, I wasn't upset. I just didn't know what to say.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
It was kind of a sloppy answer, you know, like, don't be mad at me. I'm on your team.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
He was being honest in that interview.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
He was being probably high because he always is, right? That he was being honest when he's like, what is this gay stuff? Like, why do I have to explain this to my child? I don't think you need that in movies. He was being honest and open. I think that he thinks to maintain celebrity status in this current day and age, he needs to embrace that shit. You think a fucking rapper who came like a rapper who fucking came up big in like the 90s, you think that they're super like LGBT tolerant? Are you fucking kidding me? Of course not. But he has to pretend to be. And that fucking Instagram comment, right? That Instagram comment that got left by Snoop's official account. Remember, there was a response from his PR team that's like, well, that wasn't him. We don't know who that is, to like kind of confuse people.
Yeah.
Yet he remained up on the account. What do you mean that was? Then fucking delete it if it wasn't you, but it was still there. It's bullshit.
Correct.
Mako Gray. Ryan, I can name a few places in Canada for you. If I see you in your fursuit, that might be enough to send me over the edge, Mako. Wild Man for 5. Your screens are switched. It's messing with me. Next, I'll need to switch hands. Brutal. Wild Man.
It's like, it's a mixed bag, though. It's not. I think we've switched again this week, too, right?
I think yesterday we did as well. Loremaster Chris for 5. If you were in charge of DC when Snyderverse was starting, would you keep Christian Bale as Batman or still go with Ben Affleck? I definitely would have switched if I'm like starting a new universe. And like Christian Bale's story was done. Like that was a story that was completed. You know, just realistically. And I would have switched. Bar King, I appreciate Ryan's Debbie Downer vibes contrast with Jay's happy-go-lucky vibes. You guys are the A team. Keep it up and fuck Hassan.
Happy-go-lucky, huh?
Usually you are. Andre, coming up, Jay's half-Japanese son. Donna Hall, Jay, have you checked your P.O. box lately?
Yes. What did you send me? You guys got to label these things.
Yeah, sometimes we get anonymous gifts and we don't know who they're from.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
And it's really nice. And I'm like, well, who the fuck do I say thank you to?
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do with that? We got to talk about Keira Knightley.
Ah, yes.
People
are very upset with her. They're very upset. They're a little angry.
Actress Keira Knightley made headlines a couple days ago, Jay, when she was asked essentially what amounts to a trap question from a fucking loser journalist, right? And it was all in regards to specifically the Harry Potter full cast audiobooks that are coming out. They're going to start coming out basically once a month over the next few months, which I've been excited for since they were first announced. Well, Keira Knightley voices Professor Umbridge. And she was asked by someone about it and about, what do you feel about the Harry Potter boycott? Because J.K. Rowling hates trans people and all that. And Keira Knightley gave what I thought was a pretty good response. Didn't really get into it too much. Didn't try to like disown J.K. Rowling. Pretty much brushed it off. And that has led to a massive amount of ire from the woke freaks, unsurprisingly. Keira Knightley reacts to J.K. Rowling boycott after joining Harry Potter project. And this is her response, Jay. Whoops. Hold on. You need to actually see it, don't you?
No, I don't see anything.
That would help. Here we go.
Voicing Professor Umbridge in the new Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, given J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
I was not aware of that, no. I'm very sorry. You know, I think we're all living in a period of time right now. We're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. So I hope that we can all find respect.
She had a little chuckle there at first. Like,
Dude, that
really?
chuckle, I think, is what really set these lunatics off. Were you aware that there's a boycott against J.K. Rowling by a small, tiny fringe amount of people that have no effect whatsoever and have failed over and over again for the past 5 years and only resulted in J.K. Rowling getting more and more money and more sales? I was not aware. I'm very sorry. Like, the laugh is what really pissed people off. But ultimately, what she says is, look, we're living in a time where we all have different opinions. We need to find out how to get along and have respect for each other, and just moved off of it. And this is not an interview about Harry Potter. This is an interview about her new Netflix movie, The Woman in Cabin 10. And the way the journalist phrased it is fucking gross. You know, it's a trap question.
Yes.
Her ongoing campaign against trans people. It's bullshit.
Yes.
How do you think
all the time? They do that all the time. How do you think? What did you say? Ask me. How do people respond to that?
Yeah. How do you think the nice, kind, endearing trans community responded to this, Jay?
I think they want her life to end. You know, that's just. I think they just want her to go.
Yeah, they were not happy.
Go
Blue
away.
Sky melts down over Keira Knightley's call for respect after J.K. Rowling question. Let's look at some of these. Possibly one of, if not the worst response I've seen from anyone involved in the Harry Potter franchise. What the fuck was that laugh about? We all have to learn to live together, meaning learn to live together with the bigot, the one who's actively trying to make it impossible for a whole group of people to live. That's who she thinks we need to learn to live together with. Talk about your paradox of tolerance. This is so much worse than I thought it would be. The laugh? Wow, fuck that. What kind of cis white privilege bullshit is that? Fuck off.
You're not showing it.
Damn it. How am I not showing it? Bro,
There it is.
I have to do this again. Possibly one of, if not the worst response I've ever seen from anyone involved in the Harry Potter franchise. What the fuck was that laugh about? I'm going to do it the same exact way, Jay. We all have to learn to live together, meaning learn to live together with the bigot, the one who's actively trying to make it impossible for a whole group of people to live. That's who she thinks we need to learn to live together with. Talk about your paradox of tolerance. This is so much worse than I thought it would be. The laugh? Wow, fuck that. What kind of cis white privilege bullshit is that? Fuck off! Get in, loser. We're canceling Keira Knightley. The fucking laugh? What the fuck? Oh, the fury inside of me right now. Fuck Keira Knightley. Fuck her into the sun. Like, dude.
That's normal behavior, you know, like and make mental asylums great again. My
Bro,
gosh.
and all she said was, I'm not aware of any boycott.
Yes.
Sorry. Kind of gave a sarcastic laugh and then said, look, I just think we're living in a time where we all need to, learn to live together. We have different opinions and hopefully we can have respect for each other. That was it. It was a good, solid answer, a deflecting answer in the face of a trap question. But now it is just everybody wants her gone. She's genuinely a horrible person. Wow, says this person, Zanya Free Palestine. What is it with the overlap between transgender people and Palestine? I don't understand this. I don't get it. I never will. You think that it's intolerant here for trans people? Try going over there and see what happens to you. It would be nice if you wanted to figure out how to live together with us too, Keira. Really sad. You'll never know how many of us under 30 grew up looking up to your film characters as cultural symbols of femininity and strength. If you want to talk about finding respect.
Holy crap. Can you imagine living with these people? You couldn't even laugh. Couldn't even laugh at yourself. You'd have to walk on eggs. Oh, dude, I can't imagine like living like this every single day. Just living in this woke mindset of not offending and saying the right things. And holy crap, dude.
And also, like, just to be clear, cultural symbols of femininity and strength, blah, blah, blah. There might be a chance that virtually everyone in the world doesn't see men who are cosplaying as women having anything to do with femininity. Maybe there's a chance that that's the case. Another person with a Palestine flag. Like, God, the tone, the laugh, the blatant lie that she wasn't aware. Ugh. You think there's a chance that maybe she wasn't aware?
Yes, because it's stupid. Like, I don't think why would, maybe she was just busy, like focusing on herself, could care less about a boycott that failed.
I think it's likely that she knows, right? That anytime you're about to sign up for a Harry Potter project, your agents or whatever probably let you know something. I think it's likely that she was aware. However, you just said it. For 5 years now, we have seen this boycott against J.K. Rowling. What has it led to? It's led to more book sales. It's led towards more video game sales. One of the best-selling video games that they had a huge boycott effort towards. It's led to more TV projects coming out. It has led to more money. It has increased sales, not decreased it. This is the biggest failed boycott in history. And the reason it's failed is it's because it's being led by people that represent less than 1% of people, right? Nobody takes this shit seriously and no one cares. So it is possible that despite your boycott attempts, the Keira Knightley actually didn't know there was a boycott going on because it's from a group of people that don't mean fucking anything in the grand scheme.
This is my favorite one right here, if you don't mind me showing. This person has 50,000 followers. And oh, I think I messed it up. That's the wrong screen. Anyway, it's that person anyway, but it was the wrong screen.
Thank God. It could have been really bad.
Here it is. Yeah, I'm so serious when I say we need to bring 2020 levels of woke back. She's talking about it here. So ignoring the fact that she claims she wasn't aware of it, which again, you'd have to be living under a rock. The way she laughed. And not so many words said. She doesn't give an F. I'm so disappointed. We need to start canceling celebrities again.
You can fucking try. You've been trying. But that has been rejected by all normal people. Your level of cancellation has been rejected because people realize there was a lot of people that fell into this trap. There was a lot of people that said, I'm going to say the right thing, do the right thing, whatever. I'm going to go along with it because I think it's popular. It's not popular. So then you lost all the people that never actually supported you, but thought it was the good look of things to do because now that is so vehemently unpopular. The trans issue is a fucking losing one. Once you start having these women who are beating men in Olympic sports, these men who are beating women in Olympic sports, these men who are raping women in women's prisons, these men who are gaining access to women's locker rooms and bathrooms and fucking raping them. You have lost. It is a loser. You are losers. Bottom line. And the fact that she laughed is the thing that pisses them off the most. Because that is like her showing that she does not fucking care about this issue. And good, she shouldn't.
Exactly.
I hope she doesn't come out with some fucking bullshit
apology.
I care about everyone. I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. They don't like her anymore, Jay.
I don't even think they like themselves.
Well, no, that's why they kill themselves at such a high rate.
Yeah, they don't even like themselves.
I can speak as somebody who hates themselves. You know, I can speak. I get that.
Yes.
Thank God I'm not trans, or I would have been dead already. VJ, the vigilant guitarist for 2. Canadian Bear, don't lie about being a furry.
Nah, not over here.
Wasp for 5. Jay and his whiter Crocs are out of control.
He's being suggestive.
Bebop for 5. Jay, Ryan, I need Jay to give me Krista's hand in marriage. He said no because I look like Jeremy without AIDS. Any tips? Jay's old fashioned, so If you offer him like farm animals as a dowry, like couple cows, throw in some sheep and chickens and stuff, he's very traditional when it comes to that.
How do you look like Jeremy without AIDS?
Yeah. Mr. Christmas for $2.79. Over under on how much weed Glad gave Snoop. I don't think anybody needs to give him any. I think he's got plenty. But yeah. Tobias, thanks for the input on the topic. It helps to have input about a genre that's been active since ancient times. Also, don't ask me about getting more furs in here. I'm not popular enough for that effect. More furs.
What a time to be alive, I tell you.
We're living in a period of time where we all have to figure out how to get along.
I'm going to bring over a bottle of whiskey, Ryan, and we're going to figure this out.
Need more than that. Donna Hall for $5. It's a handmade ESV Bible with a message of who knew pagans had such great taste in Bibles. Donna Hall, delivered October 14th. So a couple days ago, so you might not have been in the P.O. box yet. That's what it is, Jay.
I have to check.
Harry Brownhole. This will make more money for the audiobook every time. Ministry of Wrongthink. Look up the definition of umbrage. It's ironic. Taking offense to something, basically. Mako Gray for $2. Thanks for the advice. We'll leave that home. There you go, Mako. There you go. You just have to let us know. I'm Mako Gray. I'm the furry, but I didn't bring my suit. EY. Elizabeth Swan's been living rent-free in my bank for years. Yeah, every dude had a crush on Elizabeth Swan back in the day, man. You kidding me?
Easy.
Alex McCarthy for $2. I'm not late and gay. Meta PC RK Outpost. Drunk 3PO.
Thank you.
D's Webos for $1.99. Easy E called it. Snoop's a studio gangster.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Zero for $5. Is it true you were addicted to the hokey pokey, but turn yourself around?
More of these, please.
Well, Jay, the proper response would have been, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That would have been the proper response. So we gotta get on that. Double Hawk for $2. We need to send Epic Mike and Jay to a furry con.
Why would we need to do that?
Bro, the amount of money you would have to pay to get a furry suit to fit Mike, like custom fucking made and everything.
If I go, I just have to have a press pass and just be left alone, so I don't have to wear anything.
A press pass?
Yeah, like I'm the press. I'm not here to be a furry or participate in your animal behavior. I'm just here to cover the con as a member of the press.
Yeah. I have no desire to go to a fucking con, period, like that. Please, no. Not for me. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. But Jay, we do have a sponsor for today's live stream, as maybe some people have seen in the chat down below. So we can get into that right now before we get into our next topics and hit all these next super chats. So big shout out to crypto.com. And let's be clear, Jay. Cryptocurrency is no longer emerging. It's here. And the latest move cements that in a really big way. Trump Media just inked a massive $6.4 billion deal with Yorkville Acquisition Corporation and Crypto.com, the crypto platform trusted by millions of users worldwide. They're teaming up to scoop up $6.4 billion in CRO, the powerhouse token that fuels fast, low-fee DeFi, staking rewards, and real-world perks like cash back on your spends to establish America's first CRO treasury, Trump Media Group CRO strategy. When it's done, this new company will be the biggest publicly traded CRO holder out there. Want in on the action? Head to crypto.com today and let's make crypto great again. For more information on the proposed business combination, check out Yorkville Acquisition Corporation's public filings. So, Jay, you gonna buy the dip You gonna buy the dip?
It's a pretty big dip right now. That's for sure.
You gonna get on that Bitcoin dip like
I
so
think
many
it
other
might
people?
be dipping a little bit more. We'll have to see.
Well, hey, that's what they say.
It's really going down. But yeah, we'll see.
That's where you get your value at, Jay.
My Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
Where did we leave off? Aralani for $10. I agree with Jay. MAGA, make asylums great again.
Just do it, man.
Do it. Sergio Garcia for 2. Ryan, what would you prefer, an hour with Jay or an hour with Ben?
Wow, put him on the spot there.
I mean, probably with Jay, to be honest.
Probably with neither would be the best answer.
Yeah, probably with myself.
That's
right. Joshua Henderson for 5. I don't know how I feel about Keira Knightley playing Umbridge. Umbridge is one of the most hated characters, even more hated than Snape. I don't know if she can pull it off. It's literally just voice acting.
Yeah.
And Umbridge has like a kind of like a very high fucking almost like little girls. I think Keira Knightley can pull off a voice acting role. Because if you remember, that's the point about Umbridge is she's supposed to sound fucking sweet while doing absolutely malicious bullshit things. So, now I do kind of agree with you. If she was playing the role of her in a movie or something, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about wanting to fuck Umbridge. You know what I mean? It'd be weird. Mike Hillier. What is brown and rhymes with Snoop? Dr. Dre. Wait, what is that? What is the thing in the middle? I can't see it. Can you see it?
It's like
is there an emoji there?
It's not an emoji. It's like that OBJ little box that sometimes appears when you type.
Yeah, that usually means it's like an emoji or a flag or something like that. I guess I don't know what that is. What is that?
I don't see an emoji at all.
All right, well. What is brown and rhymes with Snoop, Dr. Dre? Thank you, Mike.
Poop.
People are saying it's poop.
Oh, it's a poop emoji. Okay.
See, none of us can see it, though.
That's weird.
There's something weird going on with those emojis, man. Because sometimes there's things that you guys can see that I can't. Sometimes there's things I have to go to the back end of YouTube to see it, but I can't. So
something's
weird.
Fishy.
It's weird. I don't understand how any of it works. Technology and all that stuff.
That one time I took screenshots on my phone and I'm like, I could see it just fine.
It's a black ninja, you said. A Money Wilson for $1. Jay, the water show is a great to watch on Park Hoppin'.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Actually, you know, the first person that pushed us over there was Ryan when we were live there last time, when he was eating that peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, dude, the water show's on. Let's go over there. So
it was in a desperate attempt to make it a theme park stream instead of a watch Jeremy meme stream. And it worked because that water show was really cool.
Yesterday we were able to catch it from start to finish, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's what people were watching theme park channels for, you know what I mean?
Right.
To like experience it, get a little like idea of what it's like when they can't be there, things that they want to see when they're on their trip because it looks cool on that. So yeah.
We had 900 people watching.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
PB&J only $20. No, that was like it's like $7 or something. $5.99, $6.99, something like that for that fried PB&J. Dude, that is so good, man. That is so freaking good. We got some Superman to talk about, Jay.
Oh, wonderful.
If I can. Gosh, dang, Jay. I got so many
tabs.
So many darn tabs. Where did I put my... Found it. Finally. Found my Peacemaker. Not Peacemaker, my Superman tab. These things go along together, don't they?
Yes. Good old James Gunn bringing us all together.
Disappointments. James Gunn has united us. That's true. There is some truth to that. United and meh. Jay, you remember just a few short months ago when it seemed like everywhere you turned, from every big entertainment media group, from every massive Gunn sycophant shill, so many people were just telling you that this thing is a smash fucking hit, that there's no doubt that Superman's going to make $1 billion at the box office. Bare minimum, it's going to get to 800 million, and it's going to be huge. And then it came out and didn't quite do that. In fact, it barely limped to over $600 million. Was the highest grossing superhero movie of the year. But considering the year of 2025, every superhero movie lost money in theaters. It's kind of like being the smartest retard. Doesn't really say too much. And now the past week has not been great for James Gunn's Superman, as we get revealed that, it actually did not make money at the box office, despite the media's claims, despite James Gunn fans' claims, and James Gunn's himself, or despite James Gunn's claims and James Gunn's fans' claims, it didn't make money at the box office. Then Peacemaker flopped on HBO Max. Peacemaker season 2, and absolutely it tanked when it came to the ratings compared to season 1 and compared to the premiere of season 2. People fucking rejected it. Maybe the reason they couldn't get anyone to watch Peacemaker on HBO Max, Jay, is because nobody wanted to watch Superman on HBO Max.
Man.
Right? Now, DC Film News, they're hyping up the DCU, right? Hyping up the DCU. Superman debuts at number 4 on Nielsen's streaming movie top 10 after just 3 days on HBO Max. Look how excited we are. The weird thing is they didn't show the numbers, the minutes watched. It's kind of strange. Also strange that Superman is behind Elio when they came out one day apart, and Elio only made $150 million at the box office. It was a massive fucking failure. But maybe the reason they didn't show the numbers, Jay, is because it's a little bit embarrassing for them.
Trails Black Adam. Holy crap.
James Gunn's Superman flops on HBO Max, trails Black Adam and Marvel. The film generated 513 million minutes of viewing over its first 3 days on the platform, ranking number 4 on the movies charts and failing to break into Nielsen's overall top 10. So there it is, 513 million minutes watched. Again, Elio came out one day before. It had 4 days on there instead of Superman only having 3 days on there. But here's a lot of arguments you're going to see made, Jay. Well, Disney Plus is a bigger streaming service than HBO Max. That's why, Disney Plus has an easier time getting numbers for this with Marvel and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's an okay argument to make if you're talking about worldwide numbers. We're talking about U.S. numbers, though. That's what Nielsen ratings are. They're U.S. numbers. And in the U.S., Jay, Disney Plus has about 57 million subscribers. HBO Max is about 55 million. They're basically exactly the same here in America. So that argument doesn't work. So when you start to try to argue about how Marvel's Captain America Brave New World with 750 million minutes over 4 days, so a higher per day average than Superman, and Thunderbolts with 700 million in 5, which if those days had included weekdays, probably would have beat Superman as well. Things don't quite start to add up for this massive super smash hit that everybody couldn't wait to watch, Jay. And then the kicker. Direct one-to-one comparison. Black Adam, in 3 days on the same streaming service, back when they had fewer subscribers, had 632 million minutes watched, compared to Superman's just over 500 million. It can't even top Black Adam on streaming. That's where we are with Superman. All these fucking lies and complete misinformation about this movie that have been stacked like a house of cards by all these fucking people, it's all crumbling down this week, and I love it.
You know what's crazy about all this news? I'm going to remove this really quick. Is that Zack Snyder took to Instagram today to post this. Henry Cavill is Superman of all days.
Is there any reason that he posted this? But if there's from more, you can't click more, right? Because it's just a screenshot.
No, it's just the script. It's just a still image that was it's all over Twitter. He just said, "Oh, it's from Batman vs Superman." It's just it's just, find it interesting that all this Superman news coming out and Zack Snyder still is like, well, Henry
He does
Cavill.
share stuff a lot. I
Henry
really
Cavill
hope that people
is-
don't start having cope thinking that they're going to sell to Netflix and then they're
Oh
going to put out
man,
those things.
are you kidding me? It's
That's
already starting to run where it's like, hey, the Snyderverse is coming back. James Gunn is a failure. Let's go.
yeah, exactly. I don't know exactly. I mean, he has been posting a lot of stuff kind of every day. Apparently, he just got on Instagram. He only has 40 posts and he's been posting different stuff.
I don't look anything into
Yeah.
it, but it's just, it's just weird timing. That's all. Like Screen Time's reporting it. Zack Snyder says Henry Cavill is Superman in new Instagram post.
Yes. Like, dude, it's funny because look, I liked Man of Steel. I liked the direction everything was headed. I would have loved to see it unencumbered. What happened? I've been very upfront about that. But for me, that's all over, right? It's over. It's done with. It's not happening. Even if Warner Brothers sells to whatever, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, like all these, maybe Jason Momoa would be down. All these other people, I don't think they would be down to start telling another decade of fucking stories as those characters. I think
I
they've
agree.
past it. I don't think it makes much sense. As much as I would have loved to see all the things that we could have had from that, it's not. But it is so funny now that people are turning hard on James Gunn.
Yes.
Like the comparison between Man of Steel and Superman at the box office are very funny. You're seeing Screen Rant put out things like, even though Superman from James Gunn is cool, it can't match the epicness of these things from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
It is so funny to see all this shit turn around now. And the truth
Back to
is,
the Snyderverse.
the truth is, James Gunn only has himself to blame because he put out dog shit.
Yeah.
He put out dog shit.
Not only did he put that out, but he goes out of his way to just promote a false narrative of things that are going to happen. He just goes out of his way he just lies about production, streaming, like we've pointed out over and over and over again. So it's like not very trustworthy when it comes to handling an IP, especially one as big as the DC universe. So, and then for him to come out every single time to say, well, if you like it, it's like Guardians. It's like, it's going to be like Guardians. Just keeps comparing it to something that was actually somewhat successful, for Marvel. It's like, and then the tease of trying to bring Marvel characters into his DC universe just to hope to sell, where I wanted to try to bring Deadpool in. Yeah, people are not accepting it. So
that's going to be all they have left at some point is to do a big Marvel DC crossover. But the problem is it's going to be with fucking characters that people don't like. It's going to be like with Kamala Khan and Black Captain America.
Yeah.
All this shit that no one will give two fucks about,
Yeah. Nah, it's over. I can't imagine Supergirl will do that well. I think people will, if they want to watch it, I think they'll just wait till it comes on streaming or just avoid it altogether. If word of mouth comes out that it's really it's a must see, then I think people will go see it. But if it's just a mid movie like everything else they're putting out, it's like, what's the point? Why waste all that money?
Here's the thing. I do not think that Superman or that Supergirl will perform as well as Superman. I don't think that. However, to make an argument, there was probably very few people that thought that the Wonder Woman solo movie would do better than Man of Steel or better than Batman v Superman.
Good point.
It made over $900 million at the box office, I believe, right? There was probably very few people that thought that Aquaman would make more money than, say, a Superman or a Superman and Batman movie. Yet it did. So you can't have these outliers out there. You can't have these things that are possible. I don't personally think that Supergirl is going to do anywhere near in this day and age right now with people feeling about superhero movies the way that they do and the lack of real I guess, excitement, true excitement, instead of this AstroTurf bullshit from James Gunn's cocksuckers, right? Like, I don't think that Supergirl is going to do very well when it comes out. It could, but I don't think so.
Time will tell.
Christoph Tam for $5. Not a very good time to be James Gunn. Black Adam outperforming Gunn's Superman is so ironic. It's fucking crazy, dude.
It's hilarious. Was that Black Adam the last? Was that the last? Oh no, it was the Flash, right? Was that the last of that universe?
Still had the Flash that came out.
Yeah.
Still had Blue Beetle that came out during that time. That was not like James Gunn's vision, right? James Gunn did happen to be in charge when those two things came out,
right? But they were already
just because he had just come on, right?
Correct.
The hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. Flop. There's actually a lot of. I find Black Adam and Superman kind of fucking similar in tone, in chaoticness, and involving all these different fucking characters. It's ironic. Jesus Davila with a gifted membership. Thank you, Jesus. Ministry of Wrongthink. I avow Zack Snyder's post. You avow it? There you go. Jesus Davila for 5. Ryan, I changed the profile picture again. What do you think of this one? Is it against Spider-Man in a cowboy hat with, is that the girl from The Ring? I don't like the girl from The Ring. Joshua Henderson for 5. The problem I have, movies like Superman 2025, is the gaslighting behind mediocrity. People should really stop overhyping mediocrity. It's not always good. Look, there are people that genuinely love it. There are people that genuinely love that movie that are being honest about it. And like, there's movies that I love that a lot of other people fucking don't like. I've talked about Man of Steel forever, right? Where I didn't feel like the vast majority of people really agreed with me on that, but I really liked it. You have different opinions. You have people that have true opinions that are out there. But there does seem to be a wave of very disingenuous shit that seems to be pushed either from an avenue of, well, I hate Zack Snyder, so I'm going to push this James Gunn thing if I don't think it's good, or from the same thing we have seen from Disney and Marvel, from Star Wars for forever, people that get access to shit, so they're hyping things up to continue to get access to it, to continue to get invited to premieres, continue to feel like a huge, big, important influencer.
I know, and that's why I remember talking about this when that Star Cruiser came out, and all those influencers got free dibs, and then people started to turn on them and being like, "You just lied because." You're saying like some of they were all saying the same thing, like use your credit card, it's worth it. How do you tell your people to, hey, come out to the Star Cruiser that's $6,000, just use your credit card, you'll be glad you did? How do you tell people that? You know, that's freaking insane. But yeah, they wanted to keep that sweet access though.
They want to get invited back, you know.
Yeah.
NCR Uncle for 2. Gun Sisters, I don't feel so good. Tobias, to be fair, there have been weirder DC crossovers than potentially a Marvel one. Batman has gone up against Ancient Eldritch Priest, Cthulhu in the Doom that came to Gotham after all. Well, look, DC and Marvel crossovers are not uncommon. Like,
correct.
Well, they are actually uncommon. What I should say, it's not unprecedented.
They've been around for a while.
We've seen these things happen every once in a while in the comics. They do take place. The idea of crossing them together on the big screen would be obviously
that would be
huge
first
thing. Jester of Roanoke, member for 21 months. It's my dad's and my birthday today, but I caught a cold and feel like garbage. At least I get to catch you guys live since I'm too sick for work. Well, I'm sorry you're sick, but I'm glad you're getting to watch. And happy birthday to you and your dad. How strange. 1 in 366 and a quarter chances that you and your dad would have the same birthday. That's wild. Harry Brownhole for 2. But will Supergirl sleep with Gunn's wife? I might tune in if that happens. I ain't gonna lie. That might get me to watch. But Jay, another day, another stream, another week has come to pass. We got a big announcement over on geeksandgamers.com coming up in just under 4 hours from now. Yeah. Tune into FNT for that. I'll be live over on FNT, and you guys will get all the details. But Jay, what do you got going on?
That's about it. I'm going to catch up on my sleep. and wait for the big countdown. That's all I'm doing. So I'll be watching with anticipation, like everybody else. See if that thing hits 0 and nothing happens. If the site crashes, who knows? We'll see what happens.
The site might crash.
We'll
And
see
everyone
what
blame
happens.
Jeremy if it does.
That'll be great, and it'll happen live in real time. That'll be awesome.
That's right.
Good times.
Well, there you go. Let's see. Storm Shadow, Gunn, Supergirl versus Power Girl, Dawn of Gooning.
Of gooning.
Save the DCU. All right, guys. That is it for us. Thanks for hanging out on Rumble, on Locals, and here on YouTube. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody.